Well, hello YouTube and welcome to another one of my BlissLab Redstone video tutorial, whatever they are, things that I am doing. And in this episode, we're going to answer the question, how do we wire all and fill all of these dispensers? How in the world do we do that? How would you even begin to wire and fill all of those? So before we get going, the first thing I should tell you is that this is a little bit clickbaity because you don't do it this way. In other words, you don't build all of this huge giant mass of dispensers and everything else and then go through and fill them all up, because that would take you forever and nobody has that kind of time. So I'm going to show you how to do it, but it will require that you use WorldEdit. If you do not have WorldEdit, then yes, you will be building it like this, one dispenser on top of the other, filling them up as you go. But there's still some tricks that I can show you that will help make it go a little faster. But you have to use some commands in WorldEdit to really be able to get a full, everything all done and completed for you process. WorldEdit is your friend here. And I'm going to show you some tricks on how to fill the dispensers and all that kind of stuff too. So let's get started. First of all, let's have a little fun. Let's press the fire button, and I expect to thoroughly blow up the entire world, so let's find out what happens. Well, that was disappointing and anticlimactic. I don't think it did anything. I see absolutely no damage done other than this fire from before, but I see nothing going on here. So when you place a dispenser, let's get one here, and this will probably work for any container that you would place. Oh, I've got some issues with lack of space. Give me 1 second. Okay, I gotta make sure I got the right one. I don't want the NBT one, so it'd be the first one. When you place a dispenser, of course, it's normally empty. To fill a dispenser with an item, in this case we'll use redstone dust since I have a lot of it, you've got a couple of ways to do this. You can do your normal left click or whatever button you have assigned, which is your use or activate or whatever it is, your normal firing, whatever it is, button. And you can press and hold that same button after you've got your stack, and you can go in kind of a U-shaped motion or an S-shaped motion, and it'll evenly distribute that stack throughout the entire inventory of the item. Press Shift while clicking with the same button, your use or left mouse or whatever it is, to collect the stack back into one single stack. Alternatively, you can click your stack and then press and hold Control key and then your pick item block. And when you do this, and if I'm doing this correctly, hold on a minute. Control, pick item. Yeah, you got, okay, so you got to place the stack inside the dispenser first, then Control, and then pick item, and now you get a duplicate stack. And Control and pick item, another stack. Alternatively, you can press Control and hold your pick item block. I have to do this to the side of my thumb with my control, so this is tough. And now I let go of it. I'm still holding Control, and I press the left item block, pick item block, and I hold it. And now, if I don't screw up, I can go and I can do the same S shape, and now I'm getting duplicate blocks everywhere. And if any of these were low, I can press Control, hold the pick item block, and then get my stack, and then press Control and hold the pick item block. And while it's yellow, it will fill anything that is not a full stack, and then I can let go on the last yellow. If I don't let go on the last yellow, I get a full item stack I had to put back in my inventory. Did I explain that fairly well? I hope I did. If I did not, please comment below. So it's Control and pick item block, and that is the secret to filling a dispenser and getting that all taken care of to start your process. So let's do that one more time to make sure we've got it. So you open your dispenser, grab your stack. You've got your stack in here. Place your stack. Control, pick item block button. Control, pick item block, and hold the pick item block button. Sorry, excuse me. Control, pick item block button. Get your stack loose again, so you have a duplicate stack. Control and hold pick item block button, and now do your shape to spread it throughout the dispenser. All right, well, now that you have a full dispenser, guess what you can do? Press Control, hold the pick item block, and pick that dispenser. And now, if I place this dispenser by crouching and then using whatever my crouch button is, for me it's the middle mouse, so whatever it is for you. So press your crouch button, press and hold it, unless you have it on toggle, and then your placement button or your use or activate or whatever it is button. For me, it's one of my side mouse buttons. And now you can go along and you can place these dispensers. And if you look inside, you see that they have copied and they have the full item. Now, using WorldEdit, I can take a complicated pattern, such as these now full dispensers, and I can add my wiring. If I was going to wire these dispensers to fire this, which this would not be appropriate wiring because it doesn't have the metal base as I showed in a previous tutorial that you need to have. But were I to do it like this, excuse me. So now I do my wiring and make sure everything is all added correctly. And that is not correct. Okay, now I want to copy this complex wired up, ready to go shape. I wanted to copy it all the way. Let's say I wanted to do 16 of these using my / wand from WorldEdit. Actually, I need to click a higher one. So let's click this one, and then let's click this lower one. And I don't do what I did, and I always get that confused with the pick item block. I've got two side mouse buttons, so it's really confusing for me. Okay, there's my first position. Second position is your use or activate button, whatever it is that you use to access chests and do that sort of thing, not your firing button. I don't know the names of the buttons very well right now. Anyway, now I know I have selected these. I can test that by going and typing in / copy. And where I'm standing affects where the next thing will paste. So these are 5 long, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I type in paste, I should see, and I've got to be facing the right direction as well, of course. I was 1 up too high, but I did get the length correct. And that's how you would do that. So I know that I have it all copied. Now I can use something called the stack command. I can look straight up. Stack command will go where you're looking, and I can say stack 8. And now it should make 8 stacks of 2, which should equal 16. Let's see if we are correct. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 2 extra. Anyway, if you look on the back, you will see that all the wiring is there, all the repeaters are there, everything is there. And if I go up to the top, I can see that now I have, wrong button, I have all of my dispensers filled. So that is how I went about the process of filling all of these dispensers. I didn't actually fill all of these dispensers. All I did is I filled a bottom group of 2. I completed this wiring and circuitry for this 2 glowstone rows, leaving my metal base. And then I did my stacking after that so that it would stack the pattern and go all the way up and complete that process. Of course, I screwed something up somewhere. Then I went around back behind here and I did this manually, and I went through and I just went through all of this, every other, putting a repeater and all the way up to the top, using this as a ladder to give all of these dispensers up in here a signal. And I believe they're all filled. I don't think that was my flaw. I don't know what the flaw is. Oh yeah, that's another thing we can check. That was down to 62. We did like 1 or 2 firings. So we know that they're all firing because all the way up to the top even I have 62. I'm not 100% sure the best way to clear all this mess. That will be your homework. How do you, once you have a stack that you want to easily and quickly get rid of, how do you select it all and get rid of it? I know one thing I could do. I know I can cut it, but then I don't know what to do after that. That clears it all out, but then I don't know how. I guess you could clear the cache, but be careful doing that so that you just clear history, which I don't know what that means. Be careful that you don't clear out anything like a schematic you have copied that you want to put in here. Okay, so that's basically everything that I wanted to cover here. I've showed you how to put dispensers on top of one another, and that will work with any item where you click on it and it doesn't let you stack. When you want to stack, you just press crouch, whatever button you have assigned to crouch, and then you can stack it on top of each other. I showed you how to use the click and then the pick block button to fill and copy and create a filled dispenser, and then how to use the commands in WorldEdit to stack those to whatever height that you desire, but the math, you'll have to work that out so you don't end up. I think this is a little higher than I wanted, but I did want to over exaggerate for the thumbnail, so we got to do what we can do to get views, right? If there's any questions you have about any of this, just leave a comment below, let me know, and let me know what you thought of this video, and I will see you in the next one.